All right, let's make some bread rolls and knots. We're going to take our 2-ounce portions, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to form, I have a little bread flour over here in case I need it, and I'm going to form a real pretty shape each time. This dough is nice and elastic. If it's a little sticky, and you can see I'm going to come in, and then I'm going to roll it with my hands. I'm going to do a real simple knot the first time. We're going to do it once. And I'm going to come in here, I'm going to come across the top, I'm going to roll it around, and I'm going to drop it through. There he is, there's one. You can't see it there. Okay, let's do it again. Here we go. Do the same thing again. If it's a little sticky, I'm going to get a little flour, and I'm going to make it a rectangle. I'm going to come in, and every time, just like I did with my larger loaf, and I'm going to roll it. Here I am. I come here, I'm going to my seam side down, and I'm going to come around the top, and I'm going to bring it around and up and underneath, and that's one right there. Do it again. Here I go. I'm going to form it. If it's a little sticky, I'll go over here and get a little flour, but I don't want a lot. A little sticky works really well in rolling it. Here I go. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to bring it across the top. I'm going to roll it around, stick it out, and I'm going to pan them the same way every time. A little flour on me. Okay, let's try another one. Now we're going to do it because it'll look like a little Kaiser roll. A little flour on myself, and same idea. Make myself a rectangle, and I come in and I form myself every time. Here I go. All right, this one's a little bit longer, and I find my seam when I drop it at the bottom. I'm going to come here. I'm going to go here. This guy's going to come around through the top. This guy actually comes around and goes around as well. So we roll it around twice. I'm going to show you again. Flour here. Make a rectangle. Come in and shape it. And I'm going to roll it. I want to make it even. There he is. So we're going to come. This is my top. I'm going to roll him a little longer. There he is. He's my top, and I'm going to roll him across here. He comes over and under, and this guy comes around the top, and then back over, and tucks himself in, and it looks just like a Kaiser roll. There's that guy. I'm going to pat down. Here I go. I'm going to just seam it again. I'm going to roll it. And this one I want a little bit longer. He has a little bit more detail to him. So we're going to come in and get him rolled. I'm a little sticky. I'm going to snag a little flour. There he goes. All right. So we're going to come across here. And I come here. And I'm going to wrap him around, and then I'm going to tuck him through my middle of my figure 8. There he is. Let me show you this. I'm going to do him again one more time. Shape him. All right, make sure I have a nice even form. I'm going to go a little longer. Here, and that guy's the top, and he comes around here, comes around. I'm going to wrap him around the top, and then I'm going to drop him. I have this hole in the middle. I'm going to drop that end piece right in the middle, and there he is. And those are our 3 knots. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to finish. I have 3 more pieces. I'm going to do each one another time, and then I'm going to load these in the proof box, and I'm going to show you what we're looking for. Our rolls or knots are ready to go in the oven. So we're going to egg wash them, and I made a real nice egg wash. I have an egg, a little salt, and some milk. I'm going to come in very gently and brush them. I want to get all the egg wash on them, but I don't want egg wash on the edges because I certainly don't want any scrambled egg. But I want to make sure, I love these little brushes, that I can come in and paint them beautifully, because you can tell where you've missed with any egg wash. I want to make sure I get it all in those cracks and crevices. We've doubled in size in the proof box. We had it nice and humid and warm, which was just the perfect environment for our yeast, which now has doubled up and is ready to go in the oven. These little rolls sliced in half are just perfect for the best sandwich you could have. Or Thanksgiving, they're just beautiful. You can put poppy seeds on them, sesame seeds, and make them just sing. Sometimes I'll sprinkle just a little bit of kosher salt if I know it's going to be a savory item. You can also put pearl sugar on top, which is pretty classically pain au lait. But I think I want these to be for sandwiches for me. So what I'm going to do is not put any pearl sugar on them, because I'm going to keep them savory. So we're going to finish those, egg wash them all. The loaf of pain au lait is still rising. We're going to load these in the oven. I'm going to show you what we want them to look like when they're ready to come out. All right, our pain au lait is ready to go. It has risen, doubled in size. It's been in the proof box, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Really got a nice rise on it. We're going to egg wash it, and we're going to score it. I have a nice sharp knife, and scoring, what that allows it to do is once it hits that oven, and it has oven spring, and it rises itself up as high as it can go before the yeast finishes off all of its job inside that bread. What you want to be able to do is give it a little room for expansion. So I have the egg wash that I put on my rolls, and I'm going to come in very gently, and I don't want to degas it at all, but I want to get all of my bread egg washed very nice. I egg wash, and then I score. Scoring, we don't want any egg wash because egg wash seals, and we don't want it to be sealed together. We want it to have the opportunity to rise up as high and as far as it can possibly go, especially when it hits a nice hot oven. And that's what the yeast's job really is, and I want to make sure I get it everywhere, but I don't want to seal it to my pan by any means. Let's grab that there. All right, so I'm going to come in. I have a nice sharp knife. Gently score it, and I like to do a little whoop-de-whoop. I'm going to come in with some little bit of edges to it, and when that rises up, it's going to fill in all that seam, and it's going to look absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to show you what it looks like coming out of the oven. Our pain au lait rolls are done, and they're gorgeous. I want to show you what we're looking for. Bring them up. Oh, they're right here. And you can see they're beautiful and golden brown. There they are. Aren't they gorgeous? And they're just going to be perfect for sandwiches, and if I want to just slather them in butter, it'd be really good too. But you can see I've got a nice, beautiful golden brown. They've risen all the way through, and that roll is completely done. You can tell really, I think, by the color is what we're looking for. All right, this is the last thing of the day. Our pain au lait is done. The loaf, the large loaf that we made, pound 12, is just beautiful. So I want to show you what we're looking for. And you can see it's risen up. It got larger in the pan. It's going to be a beautiful loaf of pain au lait bread. You can see it's golden brown. I'm going to bring this forward a little. Golden brown on the edges. Where I sliced that seam to give it more expansion has browned as well. And to me, that's a good sign that the bread dough is done. We've more than doubled in size. It'll be a beautiful crumb, and it's a beautiful loaf of bread.